The Minority Eye stopped by a recent political forum hosted by Columbia College for third-party candidates running in the midterm elections this November. We took some time to talk with United Citizen Party candidates David Edmond, candidate for SC Commissioner of Agriculture, and Morgan Reeves, a gubernatorial candidate. All right, Mr. Edmond, thank you for taking the time to talk with us today. Can you tell us why you decided to run for Commissioner of Agriculture and why under the United Citizens Party?
Thank you, Mr. Bailey, for asking me that very poignant question about running for Commissioner of Agriculture. It's been a thought process that's taken a while, and so considered Commissioner of Agriculture because of my background and having a desire to serve the good citizens of South Carolina. And growing up in Lexington County, my grandfather, Herman Staley, was a sharecropper and a farmer. And so I had a beginning there working around his farm and working in the community of Lexington County, and also having some background experience as a veterinary food inspector in the United States Army. So I certainly have some experience that, some people say you're not a farmer, but I do have some experience there. And then the United Citizen Party is a party that I embrace because they're trying to get organized and getting everything together to run. It was the one party that embraced me in order to be a part of the process.
Okay. Well, tell us a little bit about Commissioner of Agriculture. It's not a office that a lot of people are familiar with. Can you tell us a little bit about what your responsibilities will be?
Well, one of the responsibilities that I'm aware of is dealing with the gas at the gas pumps, where the Commissioner of Agriculture office regulates those pumps and everything, make sure the weight and the petroleum and everything is the correct way. And so with that in mindset going forward, I want to try to create a conversation or some energy in reference to alternative fuels that can be used in order to drive down the cost of the gasoline. And also the farmers market is something that's under the auspices of the Commission of Agriculture, and it has some ideas in reference to research and where the agricultural state farm is positioned now. So there's some of the other, and also the inspection side, which I have some skill set. I think with being in the military, I have some ideas in reference to that.
Tell us a little bit about your platform.
Well, basically, it's very, succinct and simple, and dealing with creating some opportunities with jobs that's not currently in what we say agribusiness. Right now, there's 33 billion and over 200,000 jobs in agribusiness. So I believe that there's certainly a job creator right there before us with agribusiness, like in areas I mentioned doing the open presentation in Allendale, where the unemployment is like 19%. We have some warehouses down there that's absolutely empty. If we're able to get those vegetables and other produce out of the field, we can can them right in South Carolina, and once we can, then we can possibly import some and export some at the same time. So that's something definitely want to look at. And then also alternative fuel, looking at, I talked to one of the professors at Allen, the school that I went to. I want to give them a shout out. Right now, one of the professors from Allen, he told me that anything that can ferment, you can also create gas. You can also possibly create another fuel. So, with peanuts and other things like that, we'll be able to create some more energy for the alternative fuels in South Carolina. And also, finally, research, increase the amount of research for major illness. My mom passed of cancer at 62 years old. My grandfather also passed of cancer in 1972. I was 11 years old. Not quite sure how old Grandpa Herman was, but he was a farmer and a sharecropper. But those two persons, significant persons in my life, I want to study and do research and get healthier products coming out of the ground, and doing research in order to not solve cancer, but then drive down the number of deaths that we find due to cancer. So those are, basic ones that I'm thinking of going forward. And then I also welcome other ideas, because I believe leaders are also listeners. we're able to listen to good ideas and welcome good ideas and take them forward as you proceed.
Could you tell us a little bit about your platform? You have some unique signs, to say the least. Tell us a little bit about your platform.
My platform is pretty much, deals with spending. It deals with jobs, not only just jobs, but career. I'm pushing for people to have a career. I want to raise minimum wage. I want to legalize. I'm for legalizing marijuana. I'm for legalizing hemp. I'm for legalizing it not only medically, but for recreation and industrial purposes. I want our citizens in the state of South Carolina, those of you who are making $7.25 an hour, under my program, I'm going to allow you to invest into the marijuana and hemp industry. For an example, if you're making $7.25 an hour under my plan, you'll be making $25 an hour.
You mentioned the legalization of marijuana. What would be the economic impact for South Carolina?
Well, not only the economic impact, say for an example, a metaphor. The highway department just discussed a $16 billion to fix the roads. Part of the economic growth with the legalization of marijuana, not only marijuana, but hemp, we could raise that money just off of those two. We have to classify hemp as an agricultural plant, and we have to classify marijuana as an herb. So I would take that and allow our citizens to invest in that program and invest in that market so they can receive a dividend, and that will bring that'll bring the minimum wage up without adding a lot of additional pressure on companies. But big companies that get tax breaks, they are supposed to hire more people to work. But as we've read in the papers and we've seen, big bank executives and executives for big companies gave themselves $1 million raise, bonuses, rather than hiring new people. So under my economic plan, it will actually pull people out of poverty. People will get rewarded for their hard work.
Okay. Well, Mr. Reeves, thank you for taking some time to talk to us today.
Thank you.